What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You got Addy here.
You got myself, Ham. Still sitting top of the table. And I would like to say, thank you, Spurs. Thank you.
That team that's not a team.
Yeah, they exist for one reason this season, to help Arsenal win the league. Thank you.
Firstly, people, if you can please subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment. To be fair, we had a couple comments last week. It was regarding the what's your name? What's your cousin's name out there? Victor Osimhen. Yeah.
Yeah. Scored a double today.
Yeah. So there was like some valuable points that were made on like the YouTube page. So you guys check it out. Which we reply back to. So if you do comment, I'll always reply back. So there were some good comments made about him. We had a lot of back and forth for Brighton fans were getting onto Ham on Twitter.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was banter, bro.
Yeah, a lot of Brighton fans were getting on Ham on Twitter. So yeah, and we had a lot on Instagram as well. So please keep commenting, follow us. I will reply back. Yeah, majority of the time we'll always reply back.
That Twitter stuff was not for the faint-hearted, you know.
No, Twitter is not a place.
It's not for the faint-hearted, bro. I didn't even check my Twitter. I ain't got notification on my phone, innit?
Yeah.
So I went on it yesterday when I was on the train, when I was getting to Goodison Park. I just thought, let me go on Twitter just to kill some time. I just saw like 19, 20. I was thinking, people been liking the post, did it, bro? I saw it. No, it was comments, bro. It was comments. You plickard, you idiot. You just love the sound of your own voice. You don't know what you're saying. Tony Bloom will have you for breakfast. By the time you know it, he would have spun you around, sent you back down to North London without you, no player. It's just like, raw.
No, you have to love it.
Yeah. But I just laughed it off anyway, bro. None of those people gonna say that to my face anyway, so I just laughed it off, bro.
You know, because I'm not really on social media. I should have been born in like 1920 or something. So I don't be on those socials. But I was checking Insta and I saw that Neves was trying to say that he created that
celebration.
Yeah.
So he's been doing celebration for time though.
Yeah.
But first thing I
wouldn't say he created it, but he's been doing it before Rash.
I don't even care.
Yeah.
Is he a 5-year-old? It's me. It's me that.
You know when he scored yesterday? Yeah. He stayed back to celebrate. And
I was like, when I saw that, I was like, "Are you a child? You can't just live life."
It probably is him. I've never really seen him. Like I can't recall him.
No, but the thing is, whether it is, whether it's not, you want a badge.
No, I just saying, just remember me, innit? Like, obviously,
Marcus has made it famous.
Marcus
doing it.
Marcus ain't the only person.
It's like somebody comes and says, "Oh," to my wife, "Oh, well done for the way you're bringing up these kids," and I'll come and say, "What about me?" Me too. Just get on with it, man.
Cool. We got a lot to get into this week, but let's start by rounding up the transfer window before we actually go into the games. I know last week you went at Brighton to let go of Casemiro, but it didn't.
My people, well done.
But you did get Jorginho instead. What your thoughts on that signing?
Initially, I wasn't mad at it, innit? Because like to look at it, I think like most Arsenal fans are upset we didn't get Casemiro, yeah. But you got to remember that Jorginho has come in as a El Neni replacement. So I just looked at it. Is Jorginho a better player than El Neni? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So does he get into our first 11? No. Does El Neni get into our first 11? No. Did we want to bolster our squad? Yes. Did we bolster our squad by getting him? Yes. It's 10 million plus 2 million in add-ons. We don't know what the add-ons are, innit? Like, is it like what stipulations are set in place? And he's 31 or in his 30s anyway. Plays his position well, especially when it comes to like keeping the football and retaining the football and doing what we want, how we play. He will fit into how we play football. He's not robust. He's not energetic. He's not going to get around the pitch like that. But Arteta and Edu would have known that before they signed him. And for us playing that it's only an 18-month contract as well. So at the end of this summer, let's say we win the league or make top 4, we can look at him and say, you know what, thanks for 6 months. I know you got a year left on your deal, but we're going to help you find another club. So for me, it was fine. I didn't have no problems with it whatsoever. The fact that for me, I just looked at it as it's El Neni's replacement, innit? And I think Jorginho's a better player than El Neni, so I'll take that. But then I watched him yesterday when he came on live in the flesh, and I don't think he had. But it's like I said, it's a cameo. It's half an hour to take time, and we wasn't at our best yesterday anyway. We wasn't at our best, so it's not easy for him to come into a new team that's not playing at the levels that they normally have been playing, and then he's trying to inject something into it, and he's just giving the ball away. He just looked like So, but overall, I'm not mad at the signing. I don't love it, But I ain't mad at it because I get it. We needed a body in it. Someone had to come into the centre mid. We let Sambi go on loan to Palace. Someone had to come in, and yeah, it's good business to me anyway. It's good business.
Cool. Yeah, I feel the same way as you. I think he's a good player. I think in our group, Ade, when the news of Eriksen came out, and I found out that you was getting him, that was the first thing I said, like in the group, that will make that should have been a sensible signing for us, especially with like Eriksen being out for what 2 months or so. But they're not knowing that we was working on this a bit still.
Yeah, your pickup is better than ours though.
Yeah, so we working on that deal, which after finding out that, then I was.
Getting Sabitzer in is a good business.
I wasn't as upset as I was initially when I messaged the group. But what was your thoughts? You've been watching Sabitzer a long time because you watched you followed what's that team called?
Leipzig.
Yeah. So player, so what's your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I think he's a quality player. Obviously, it's unfortunate he went to a team where the centre midfielders are solid. Like
Goretzka and Kimmich and Musiala. Muller sometimes.
It doesn't make sense, right? Like you don't have to be a bad player to sit on the bench. Like a team that's full of stars, good players are going to sit on the bench. So
100.
Everyone's always, the problem is everyone wants to be upset about something, and it's a shame. Like when I heard about the Jorginho sign, I didn't think a negative thing about it. Not one single. You need bodies. You've gotten a body.
Yeah, and a good one.
He can play football.
I like Jorginho. Yeah. I really like Jorginho.
I actually felt bad for him. I was like, you know what? He's gonna come on now. If you don't win the league, it's all gonna be his fault. Like things happen. It doesn't need to be because of that one signing. You needed a body. You got a body. He's a competent body as well. For United, everyone's saying, "Oh, he's the fourth best." Don't matter. He's still better than bare of ours.
Who Sabitzer? He was saying the fourth best
midfielder for Bayern.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's still better than us, and it doesn't make him bad.
No.
That situation. So I'll definitely take him. Box to box midfielder, chips in with goals.
Scores good goals as well.
Goals.
He's a scorer of good goals.
Yeah. I've got no issue with that. Absolutely no issue. So I think it was a good signing. We needed a signing. We've got a signing. People are like, oh, it's a panic signing. We did not know
that Eriksen was going to be out for 3 months.
Sometimes I'm just like,
are
you guys listening to yourselves? We did not know before today that we needed somebody.
Trust.
Now we know, and we're making it happen. So
whether it was even a panic or not, but it's a very good signing for me personally. I just think it's a very good signing.
Like, forget loans. If we're deciding
we're going to buy him,
I'd have taken him.
Yeah, I would have taken him. I won't be upset. And as you said, I think the key thing there is that he is better than what we have. Like, and that's the key thing, and that's what we were saying, referring it back to last year when Spurs bought
Bentancur and Kulusevski.
It's important to get better than what you have. There might not be the marquee. There might not be the best of marquee signing that we're all looking for. Yeah. But get better than what you have, especially with
and that's if that's what you need, right? Like Arsenal need an extra body. They didn't need better than what they had.
Yeah.
But just depends on what it is, right?
Yeah, no, we definitely needed. I mean, even before Eriksen got injured, I think on here I've said it a couple of times that I would love to get someone else in the middle of the park, because the golfing quality when we take off Eriksen or Bruno or Casemiro, it's massive. It's massive. So it's nice to get someone that with similar level. Obviously, we might say he's not as good as them, but he can be, to be honest. At his best,
they're different players.
Yeah.
Sabitzer and Eriksen, they're different players.
Oh yeah. No. If I honestly, personally believe if I was the manager and that everyone's fit, I'm still going to start Sabitzer, Eriksen, and Casemiro in the free, and I'll probably push Bruno wide right.
So that's the situation
because of how good Sabitzer is. He's an all action midfielder. And Eriksen is not all action. Eriksen is just technically very good. Nice pass, good weight, 2 touch, 1 touch, knows what to do with it. Yeah. Sabitzer can do that as well, not as good as Eriksen. But what Sabitzer can do, Eriksen can't do. Yeah. What Sabitzer can do, and vice versa. And Casemiro has to play. He's just that glue, innit?
And I enjoy the fact that now, actually, even when Eriksen comes back for that last 1 month, 6 weeks of the season, we've got both of them now.
Yeah, it all depends how he settles, innit? But I'm looking at Sabitzer from Leipzig.
Yeah, 100%.
And if that one plays for United, then personally, he would have to play in the middle with Eriksen and Casemiro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think... I like Bruno. I'm not a lover of Bruno Fernandes. So if Bruno, like you said on this, if
know
you get
our
better, then
stance,
Bruno can go.
yeah.
Bruno can sit down.
stance,
Isn't
yeah.
it?
We've said this a long while ago, and that's just the honest truth. Like
Yeah.
we technically Bruno is good. You can say all the good things about Bruno, but he's just that piece in that middle of the park that just doesn't. I don't think it will fit how the manager want to play moving forward because he loses the ball. Like technically, he's good. He's good at the ball. He can do everything you want.
When he's by himself, he seems like a star player. When you're in the game, he makes the wrong decisions. He loses the ball, which is an issue. Like if I'm on a playground or something, and I'm picking a team that I want to win a game, I'll probably let someone pick Bruno, even though he's not the worst player.
No, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of those situations.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good problem to have once hopefully Eriksen gets back within the last month of the season, and we're still in good position for a lot of things, and we'll see how that goes.
But that's what you lot done, though, innit? In the January. Obviously, Weghorst was up before, but I'm saying last
Those
day.
two,
That's
yeah,
it, innit?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And then Casemiro, so it's good. It worked out.
Yeah.
So it worked out, yeah.
And you guys got who was just around up Arsenal signings? You had
We got Trossard, we got the Polish centre half, Kira. I don't know how to say his name, and obviously Jorginho. 50 million on 3 squad players is brilliant for me. Good business, man.
It's not bad.
And the centre back seems to be breaking all the records in training. Like apparently he's sprinting and he's spring and everything.
Oh really?
Busting all the records down
when
there.
you signed him, I hadn't heard of him, but I was like, I have no doubt that he's quality. And that's where Arteta has now taken me. Where I'm looking at a player, I don't know him, but I'm like,
Yeah, but
I know he's
trust that there's something in there for him to work with, innit?
As soon as I looked at him, I was like, I trust Arteta's got
And
something.
it's so
that's
funny
gonna
because that was literally my fault. Thinking I've never heard of him, but they've made a move for a reason. Like, they've definitely made a move because especially when I heard that a few top clubs were signed. So Arsenal knew that we need to make our move now, and then you wouldn't doubt that it would be.
And you need cover, man. It's so hard to get good left-sided centre halves. Like that's every time I think about it. At first, I was just like, if we don't get Lisandro Martinez, it's fine. He's gonna be back up for Gabriel anyway. So it's all right. And now I look at it, I'm thinking, fuck, bro. If we got him, I think Gabriel is brilliant. But if it was him and Saliba centre half, that's who we picked as our centre halves for the season. Imagine they're both playing for us. And him again, immense yesterday. That block on was it Eze or someone in the last thingy. Like he's been immense all season. He's been for me. I mean, a lot of United fans will say Casemiro is their most important. I think he has been the number one because United's defense is it's good, but him being in there is just
to be honest,
it solidifies everything.
Maguire's not shit, but he's been through such a torrid time that we needed a calming presence.
But you notice that we don't speak about United's frailties defensively at all. Like we don't talk about. Oh, United look shaky in defence. No, they don't have that. They don't have those issues no more. Bro.
Even when we're playing against pace, when we're playing against pacey players, like, I think it's done.
Yeah.
But now I don't even think about him like, next game.
He's been quality, bro.
Yeah.
He's been quality, bro.
Right, cool. Let's just go through this week's game. Ham, do you want to get? Actually, no. We'll come back. Let's go with United first. They didn't make it last 10, 15 minutes. Due to like Casemiro's red card, which
I thought you were talking about the thingy first, the semi-final. We've been on there since the semi-final, second leg.
But we knew we was gonna go through anyway. Yeah,
but it was. No, I'm saying, but it was good to get Sancho back there, innit? I want to know what you lot thought. Sancho back there. Let's talk about that a bit more.
Oh yeah, Sancho. Yeah, no, it was it. Obviously, we didn't really get to see much of him then, but you know what was good about it is the fact that I know we don't get consistency from what's the name. I think you forgot his name.
My 90 million guy, Anthony.
Martial.
Yeah.
Oh, he's injured again.
Oh, he's injured again.
Yeah, he's injured. We don't get consistency, but it was frightening. Like as a defender, seeing them three come off the bench, Martial.
Sancho,
and Rash, and then like the difference they both made because the goal. I think the first goal that we scored, the three of them was just Martial had the ball, and the three of them was running. At the defenders, it's like it's nice to have that option. It's like, do you know what I mean? And then Sancho
if Martial
being back
was human, then it would be nice to have the option.
When I was
not human
waiting
beings.
for the United team sheet and they were like, he's injured. I said,
I know,
bro. Black.
I couldn't believe it.
Like,
when I saw it was out, the scored. I'm like, what's going on?
Did you just sleep and wake up and you're injured?
Yeah, no, it's just terrible. Anyway, like with Sancho, Martial side, like it's great to have him back. He's like a new signing for us. We still haven't seen him
the best of him
yet in the United top. We're hoping like the time he's had away from the game has done him some good.
And this manager might just bring out the best.
Yeah, the manager might. Yeah, hopefully, like same way the manager's
got a massive dilemma on his hands, though. You know,
but that's what we want.
That's what you want.
No, I'm saying he's just the board. The board has sanctioned a 90 million deal on the right winger that he managed and played with. Yeah. So imagine now that if Sancho does what he wants, does what you guys want him to do, he's gonna have to bench 90 million signing for him, innit?
Yeah. But that's what you want.
So then when he goes to the board and says, I want for this player, the board, the last time we gave you 90 million, yeah, you can't even.
They'll be like, you just spent, like, we bought this guy for 70, right? And he wasn't performing as well. So
and you got the best.
But now that guy's performing, so it's not too far off.
Yeah.
But if it's a centre midfielder, you're saying, but it's McTominay. Like, okay, just
yeah.
take
I just always
shot.
think it's hard for managers, new managers, when they've signed players.
Yeah.
You want them to work, innit? So you can gain the trust and everything of the board upstairs. So when I come to you and say, listen, I need Tom right back for 50, they sanction it, boom.
Yeah.
But if they say, I need Tom right back, say, but you know that guy Ham that you bought for 90 million right back, he's rubbish.
I don't think they should have that mindset. We've had that mindset in the past and it didn't help us. Like, it will get like that. If you think about it, he's brought someone like Martinez in now. They need to focus on like the importance of the players that he has brought in that does that with Casemiro. Like, they've made a massive difference in the team.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Anthony's addition as negative. Obviously, he's not doing what I want him to do.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen this as the end of the chapter.
No, 100%. Right? It's first season anyway.
Yeah, and different players work in different... To be honest, that Nottingham Forest game, the most exciting period for me was that substitution. When I saw we could bring on those three players,
exactly.
I was like, oh, God, you're helping us. Like,
it
looks like we're going in the right direction.
Two players.
Okay. 2 and a
Quarter.
quarter.
Okay, good. Half is too much for that
You
guy.
know, when we brought on those 2 and a quarter players, I was just like, oh shit, we can make these subs.
Yeah.
Obviously now we can't make any more because Martial's injured again.
Yeah.
But it was just like, this is a bit of hope.
Yeah.
You want competition. It's like the Man City. Pep can drop the players that you're thinking, this guy is amazing. Pep can drop him.
He can even loan some of them out.
He can even loan some out. That's what we want to be seeing. Obviously for us, it'll take a little while and a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that's what you want to see. You want the competition in places. So like the game, I was just like, we shouldn't mess up enough for us not to go through. But when we made that sub, I was like, we made the sub and then it worked out. The goals came out.
Martial scored, didn't it?
Martial scored and then we still scored 2 after
And Fred
that.
scored. Yeah, and Fred scored, yeah.
So I was just like, it's working. This is what we need. So I was happy about that. So obviously final against Newcastle. I think and final might be coming at the right time against Newcastle. Hopefully there's a little bit of a blip, but it might come at the right time.
Yeah. No, I was happy with Sancho coming back, man. As I said, there's a new signing feels like a new signing. Let's just hope we can get him to his best, and if we can get him, even if it's not at his best, like, the season anywhere close to it will be enough for us
It's a journey
to get us to the end of the season. And we got like Garnacho playing very well as well. So there's competition there, really and truly. It's a good problem to have. Like, and one of the things you want in a team is you want competition. Is something that we struggled with over the last few years. Players were just getting into the team just because of their name.
Merit,
yeah, just because of their name. And
players
I think
getting on merit.
And that's people drop form, right? So what I like is when you can replace that player. The truth is we're not all going to be 100 every single game.
Yeah.
If I see that you are not performing for maybe like 3-4 weeks, there's something wrong. You're not sleeping well, you're not eating well, something's wrong. I can bring someone else, let them bang out their 100% during that period, and then we'll see you later on when you pick up. So
and that's probably what's going to be between them two down the right side till the end of the season, Sancho and Anthony. You're going to give them both probably balanced minutes and just see who follows the instructions better out of the both of them. And if he is, I believe he's brave enough. I like Ten Hag anyway before he come to you whilst he's there. So I have no doubt that if Sancho is performing at a level, then I have no doubt that he's got no problems in saying, you got to sit on the bench, Anthony, for 3, 4, 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's got no problem with that.
Isn't it in the interview?
No problem.
He didn't play Sancho on the right on Wednesday. He played him in the middle. And he said it in the middle. So that's the position that he's been looking for Sancho to play as well. So that's what you want. So he's got other options. He says if he believes, and to be fair, I think Sancho can play that because when I see Sancho for Dortmund, he cuts in a lot and he puts those balls in behind for Haaland all the time. He does it a lot in Dortmund, but like
I'll be interested to see it.
Whether or not he can adapt to that role, we'll see.
If he wants to
another
like
option,
like Dybala, try and be that fluid playmaker. If he can get him playing like that, then I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
But because he didn't play. Yeah, he didn't play on the right on Wednesday. So
it's good to have a look at him in different positions anyway.
To be honest, I always wanted him at United. I was looking for a new favourite player anyway. So yeah, I'm happy to see him back.
Yeah, no, it's good to have him back.
Did he come on against Palace?
No, it didn't come
Sanch?
on.
No. Did he make the squad against Palace?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was on
yeah,
the bench.
Obviously, we got the red card.
Oh,
He
yeah, the
probably
red
would have
card.
come on,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the red
true,
card
true,
set things
true.
up.
Casemiro grabbing up people's necks and that, fam.
Yeah,
Grabbing people
let's
up.
just go because the game was quite comfortable, to be honest with
Up
you.
until then.
Right up till then. I reckon would have probably seen more goals if that didn't happen. But what was your thought? Let's just talk about the incident itself. What was your thought in the incident?
I thought it was stupid, man. I thought it was stupid. Like, remember when we used to play in Stratford? And, you know, you, man, love fighting every second. And I'm just like, let's just play the game. And then after, no, I was always, I just wanted to play. Get the point. And then you guys can do whatever you want after. But every day I'm just like, let's just see it out first. So I'm always like, avoid the drama. You don't need to get involved in any shit. Obviously, Anthony's doing what you're going to do. He's already said he's not going to change for anyone. They've kicked him up. You know you're ahead. Right? At the end of the day, your job is to win shit. Win games. See, just be professional. You don't need to get up and do it. If you're really bad, let's say if you're really bad, don't be doing it. Wait till after the game. Go and meet each other on the street. Start punching each other up. If you're really bad, that's what you should do. Don't come and start doing it when you know people are going to pull you apart. Because as much as I didn't think it was that bad, I think some other referees don't do it. Or if you see it from a different angle, it looks like he's just pulling them away. It's not like, ugh, type of thing. But you've put yourself in a position where they can give you a red card. And now we're missing you for 3 games.
Yeah.
At this stage of the season, we don't need that to be happening. So it's just, I think it was avoidable. Basically.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just one of those stupid things.
Yeah, and I agree with everything you say pretty much. But yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't think it was harsh, but it was definitely avoidable. You just don't need to get yourself involved in all of that. And I saw a clip on Match of the Day. So I was watching Match of the Day yesterday. They were saying that basically the VAR was showing the ref
Show it from a different angle, innit?
different angle. There was another angle where he doesn't
Like he was
show
holding his shirt.
just showing his shirt.
Pulling him out.
trying
I
to
put him out.
the
So
way.
that, of course, and that's I've always said if you keep replaying something at a certain angle, it looks worse and worse. And there was another angle that showed Schlurp had someone else on the front.
Andre Ayew had Fred.
Ultimately, as I said, like we can spin all of that around.
Jordan Ayew, sorry. Jordan Ayew, they're brothers. Like, it's all right.
Yeah, we can spin it around, but as an experienced player like Casemiro just shouldn't really be getting himself in that position, man. But if they were to look at that other angle that they showed the Match of the Day,
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it didn't look as bad. But it's a shame, man, because as I said, we all know how important it is to us anyway, and I think we'll be fine at home to Leeds. It's just a way to Leeds. We need a player like
They're
him.
going to be desperate.
Yeah, they're going to be desperate. Yeah, we'll need a player like him in the middle of the park away from home. Yeah, it'll be hard playing away from home with him.
I liked it though, man. I liked him though. I like the fact that he's an enforcer, isn't it? That's his job.
It's true, but don't get sent off.
That's his job. He's there to put out any fire. He puts out fires in the game. I'm
Regardless.
putting out fires off the pitch as well. Can't kick my boy. He's his Brazilian brother. Can't be kicking my boy, bro. Go out there and stamp your authority, bro.
There was one game we were playing, and you guys got into a Royal Rumble, and I just sat there. One of our guys was on the floor holding somebody's legs, shaking. I just sat there, thinking, fucking adults. You fucking adults. I just stood there. I was like, I like my job and I like getting paid. So when you guys finish, we'll get up and we'll go home.
Nah, but the good thing is he's not missing the final, innit?
final,
Neither's
yeah.
Bruno.
He's lucky
Neither's
because
Bruno. Bruno's not missing the final
He's
for
lucky because we got
Newcastle.
Yeah, he's lucky because we got an extra game.
Extra game.
If not,
Yeah.
missed the
I know,
final.
so as soon as he got the red card, first thing I did.
Yeah,
I ran
same.
Fixtures.
Yeah, I done the same thing.
Bro.
Yeah. So we'll see how we get on within the next couple of weeks, but without him, and that's I think we should be fine at home to Leeds. It's the games away from Leeds and
Leicester.
And the way Leicester played yesterday,
Leicester look good, man.
they look really good with the new signing. Tete played really
good,
well.
Maddie's back.
Kelechi is.
Yeah.
It looks.
He's a footballer.
Yeah,
He's a footballer.
He's always been in it.
He's always been a footballer. It's a shame.
It's just a shame you don't get the best out of those players all the
It
time.
reminds you when you see him sometimes. He's just like, bro, you are a baller.
Yeah, he can play. He can
Yeah.
play still.
So yeah, we'll see how we get on, man. Yeah, it was a good game. Shaky.
Finish.
Last 5-10 minutes or so, but Luckily, and then you mentioned a tackle by Desandro
yeah.
at the end, which was crucial. But I thought we played well all game. To be honest with you, there was at times he was left isolated, and that's the good thing about our defenders now. Like, you don't get as scared when they isolate when they're by themselves. Varane can handle himself.
Yeah, one-on-ones.
One-on-one. Sandro can do the same.
Yeah, 100%. They should do though. Yeah. Top defenders.
And that's the issue we've had previously with the others. So defensively we've looked quite good. Another win, another goal by Rashford. So we just move on to.
Boy, he's on fire.
He's on fire.
I don't even look at my flash score when it goes off anymore. I just know it's points. I see United though, points.
He's
Points.
on fire.
Points.
He's on fire, man.
And long may it continue.
Points. Then I saw that he's the one that forced their handballs. I said more points.
Yeah, more points.
More points.
Well, you slipped off the top though.
Yeah, I'm almost there, but it's nice, man. It's been tough for like 5-6 weeks. It makes it interesting for me as well, man. Let me claw myself back up.
Fair enough.
Cool. Boring at the top. It's like Arsenal was. Boring at the top.
Let's just move, talking about Arsenal. Let's just move on to you. Obviously, went up to the game. Do you just want to talk us through it? Do you want to talk us through it?
Not really.
No, you sure?
No, not really. You're talking about the City game.
Spurs.
It was a good game though.
No, he went up there though. He went up for the game.
But
It was a journey.
You must have enjoyed. How's the journey back?
It's gin and tonics on the way back. Driving my sorrows, gin and tonics, bro.
You didn't say hello to Sean Dyche, did you?
Nah, I did not say good. No. But it was for Everton. I thought the Everton fans, I think their manager and the fans, they're a match made in heaven. I don't know everything in between it is a match made, but I think Sean Dyche, for what he done for Burnley and how he is as a manager and how he gets his team set up and how Everton have always been historically, how they play football and their fans, I think the two of them, I think they're a match made in heaven, because that football yesterday was Burnley 2.0. But I'm not going to criticize it, because if you have a plan and you execute it well, it's a fucking good day in the office, isn't it? And I thought, to a man, every Everton player was better than our players yesterday. So I don't think we played shit. I think we played shit, but I don't think we played shit. Do
you think Dyche needs more respect? Because obviously he's viewed in a certain way. But when I saw the team sheet and I saw the three in the middle of the park, I was like, this is the three.
He's never had that before. Remember, he's had to play with Westwood and Cork and all that, man.
But you get other managers at Everton that won't pick that three. And I was like, I was looking at it and it's like, this is basic. This is the three you need in the middle of the park.
But to be fair, in Frank's defence, to counter that, he's been playing Iwobi in there. Iwobi's been their best player. And Decore hasn't been playing in there. He has been playing Iwobi in there.
He has been.
Yeah.
Right? So, obviously, he's their best player. But when you can get a whole team... So, okay, Iwobi's been our best player. I'm playing him here. But actually, I've got Decore, which a lot of times we've rated Decore and said, this guy's mad.
Yeah.
So, if you can fit him into that puzzle... And why can't...
And the amount of energy, the legs you're going to have in that middle of the park.
The legs you're going to have.
You might not have, Onala, it's quality. He can carry the ball.
The legs he used yesterday. Oh, gosh.
He was... I think where they would probably lack, even if you play Iwobi in there, you're still going to lack, it's passing quality, really.
Yeah.
But, as Ade say, the physical strength, the legs,
if you don't have it anyway, you're not really going to have it. Iwobi's still there giving you the crosses. But now you've actually got crosses coming into
DCL.
DCL. And that's what you say. You are right. It's Burnley 2.0, but this players are better than the Burnley players.
Yeah,
so it's everything that was going to DCL, he was getting it. It was holding it all up.
Yeah.
And the madness is, we know DCL's attributes. He's a good header of the ball, so why is he not getting those headers? So I just wanted to give Dyche a bit of credit before we got too far in, before we forget.
Yeah,
give him some honour.
I mean, like I said, the job they done at Burnley, or that shoestring budget that he had there, he done a great job. I mean, he got them into Europe, bro. Flipping it, amazing job. So I think it's just a shame for us, because I really wanted Frank to still be the manager, and then they can sack him after, because you just kind of knew that the new manager bounce could happen. It's very much. But in my mind, I was coming to the game thinking fuck the new manager bounce. We play football, we play well, we'll win the game, innit? And it's such a funny yesterday, because when we got there, we got to the game, we got to Liverpool late because I missed the first train, and then the train that we got second got delayed as well. So we got into a cab But they, as we were about to leave, like another couple jumped into the cab with us, but they were going to Goodison Park as well, innit? So it was fine. But then it was it was a husband and wife, yeah, and the wife was an Evertonian, and the husband was an Arsenal fan. So it was only like a 10-minute journey anyway, yeah, to the stadium. And then he was gonna sit in the home stand with his missus. But obviously he's an Arsenal fan, isn't it? So like, listen, best of luck. Obviously, best of luck to you. Best of luck to us, boom. And then when we lost the game, who do we see on the train on the platform coming back to London? The same couple and whatnot. And I was like, oh, how was it for you guys? And she was like, he's the only one that didn't stand up when we scored and whatnot. But he said exactly what he just summed up everything that I would have said as well. In order for us to lose that game 1-0 yesterday, Everton had to be at their optimum best, and we had to drop a few levels below what our level is for us to lose the game, because it's fine margins. Everton playing at optimum best is still not better than us and whatnot. But if we drop below ours, then we can lose the game 1-0 to a corner kick. And in saying that, they should have been 3-0 up at half time. So that's how good they were, and that's how below our standards we were. We only got into the game 10 minutes after the second half. Couple forays from Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard's chance where he's got to hit the target when Eddie does a bit of work from that. And other than that, Pickford only had one save to make, which was the Trossard shot. And then we only had two things in the first half. Eddie's got to score. Eddie's got to hit the target, innit, with that chance. Innit?
That was wild.
Yeah, it's too wild, innit? But for him to get like 6 and 7, as soon as he shiveled in, I'm just expecting, if he don't hit the back of the net, I'm expecting Pickford to make a save, innit? Because Eddie has been in a good way in the form, so I'm expecting him to compose himself. But then you can see,
but even the way he hit his shot, Pickford wasn't saving it.
Yeah, so even if he didn't, like I said, I wasn't expecting him to score, so I'm not going to say, he should have scored, but hit the target, innit? Yeah. And then obviously Saka's chance, which gets cleared off the line by Conor Cody. And that's it all game. That's all we had all game. So I don't think the boys were shit. I just thought, give credit to Everton. I thought Everton were really good.
They've always had a good defence, right? So I remember telling Tom at a point in time, I think we were picking something, fancy or something. And I was like, actually, Everton haven't conceded that many goals.
No, they hadn't. They hadn't.
I think it's the last maybe few games where they started conceding.
Yeah, but they hadn't before that, though.
Solid defenders.
They hadn't.
Koski and Cody.
Yeah. They didn't have much to do yesterday because Eddie never got the ball. So they didn't have much to do yesterday. And lastly, I'll finish with Onana. Like, seeing him in the flesh, I can't wait till he gets a move. Till he gets a move, because some of the stuff he was doing, like from the first 5 minutes, he's hunted down our centre backs, hunted down Ramsdale, and then I think Ram has kicked it out or something, or something's happened anyway, and he's just turned around to the fans and like got the fans up and going, and just from there, that ignited the fans. And then everything he was doing was igniting the fans. Everything he was doing was good. Like, he done a 360 pirouette on Partey in the middle of the park, gone.
Saw that.
He lifted the ball over someone's head, gone. He sprinted the length of the pitch. He is all action. And the thing is, he's not just all action like, oh, but he's clumsy on the football. He's tidy, he's all action. Like, there's bare times, obviously I went to the game with stilts, innit? And like, every time we're breaking or trying to do something, 3, 4, 5 passes, you just see some big foot out of nowhere just recover the ball. Like, where's he keep coming from? Where's he keep coming from? Last ditch tackles, and he just all action midfield. You look at our midfield, and for all the good stuff that we have,
is that
we don't have an all action, physical, imposing midfield. And I think that when we do get into the Champions League next season, if we don't get him, but I feel like we need something different. I'm saying something different that is like that can drive from box to box. You know what I'm saying? That wants to get involved in everything. And I feel if you give that type of player to Arteta, he can fine tune him and mold him into an Arsenal player. But for the attributes that Onana has and seeing him live in the flesh, the boy is really, really, really good, bro. Really good. And shout out to him, because after the game he said, I ain't fucking going nowhere. He put that on his social media. So I think he's heard the rumours about being linked with Arsenal.
Until we give him some cash.
But no, I thought it was really good. Definitely man of the match.
Yeah, definitely. No, 100%. You watch the game, even if when you watch the game,
definitely man of the match.
I watched the game live, it was just like, and as you said, every time, even when you're trying to string passes together, you see one leg, you think, sometimes I thought, it might be the courage. I was like, oh shit, it's this guy again.
Nah.
And then the one that got me was when he ran the length of the pitch and he was running with
Odegaard.
That one he just
that
Odegaard one wasn't even a challenge. It was the one with Saliba that was a challenge. Then he was running with Saliba, but Saliba obviously is no slow coach, so but he still managed to still get the ball. I think Saliba got to the ball first. Then he still managed to get to the ball. He was just ready for battle with every single little war. He wants to win it. Yeah, he was quality yesterday.
Sean Dyche sent them out with fire in their belly, and everything his manager said to the team, he epitomised that. Yeah, he epitomised that, bro.
Yeah.
He epitomised that.
I think like, if he was to go to the big team, it's just he needs that extra quality when it is on the board, or sometimes it's like his passing is not the greatest at times, what he can work on, but he is an all-action midfielder, so he makes it up for it. And then when he does,
right, that's the only aspect you need, and the instruction team will, once you get it, give it to someone else.
Give it,
Until we train you, if we can, with those extra attributes.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad on the football.
It's passing, not that's it. And then when you do get to the final ends, the pitch sometimes it can do better, bro. Like shooting can be better, and just getting yourself in the right position. If you can work on all of that, then without a doubt, definitely, whether he likes it or not, someone's gonna come get him. Whether he's saying I'm staying, you can stay for a season.
Once the 10 siblings appear,
this is his first season with them, innit? So obviously do his thing. Cool. They might stay another season. They stay up, probably stay another season. But it'd be interesting to see. I mean, he was on my list of players to look forward. You know, when he's talking about players you look forward to seeing this season. Yeah. He was there, and he ain't put a foot wrong every time. Obviously, every time I see Everton, he looks like he's having a decent game. I still think he won't be being the best player, but seeing him in the flesh yesterday, it's like, bro, I can see why.
Yeah, definitely. Really about him. Because I remember when we played them, towards the end of the season, and I was like, that guy. As much as he didn't have the best game, I could see certain attributes in him. I thought this guy is going to be solid, and Iwobi definitely has been their best player.
100. You had a good game yesterday. He played moving wide right. Had a really good game yesterday.
100%. But he got picked for the Belgium squad. It's not like Belgium don't have like talent upon talent. So it'd be nice to see where he gets to.
Yeah, definitely. What you reckon, Ham? Just from what the glimpse you witnessed from them yesterday, do you think like they have enough to stay up?
Yeah, 100%. Because it's so tight down there. I think they're level on points with Leeds or something anyway, or West Ham or someone anyway. So because it's so tight down there, and like I said, Sean Dyche is the perfect fit for them to stay up and to play that football. Everyone fans are going to be happy with that football to the end of the season. Boot it, DCL, second balls, midfield, full of runners, full of legs. Keep it tight. Cody, Tarkowski, Coleman was fantastic. 34 years old, at right back, solid yesterday. So I think definitely got more than enough to stay up, especially with, like I said, with Sean. If they had got Bielsa in, then maybe because he wouldn't have try and change too much. Yeah, exactly. But I think Sean Dyche is going to keep it as basic, as close to Sunday League football as possible. When you get
I know what I've got. I've got the wingers. I've got. Make it work.
That's what he's going to make work, because I said he doesn't have like the quality in the middle of the park in terms of like the passing range. So what he wants to do, I don't think he wants the three in the middle of the park, unless if they're running with it. I don't think he wants them to have the ball for too long. Just give it to the wingers.
Hit your wingers.
Take on the player and send it in. And then those two, Decore and Onana, get into the box to support Calvin
all day long. That's what Decore was doing yesterday. Decore, as much as he was supposed to be backing up DCL, you saw him in their box just as much as you saw him in their box.
So that guy's been frightening for years, where he's energy.
Yeah. And it's just like, I saw the lineup yesterday, I was thinking, wait a minute, so they did have this three. It just made sense. The lineup made sense.
Obviously, you know the rumours are coming out that him and Frank had an argument and a bust up and training Decore and things. So it kind of made sense why he was touching bench underneath Frank.
Yeah, fair enough. Because I saw the three, I'm thinking this is like strong three in the middle. Like, and you know, Idris Gueye is running all day anyway. And to be fair to him, it just doesn't run. It sniffs the danger. I saw him. There was one time it was on the other side of like the box. He got to the other side to intercept and pass. I'm thinking this guy.
They all had a good game, man. They all had like 9s and 10s, and we only had like 6s and 7s. None of my players really played well. To be fair.
You got Brentford at home. You think you'll be able to bounce back from that, because you got Brentford right, then City.
Yeah, it's not the easiest games to bounce back from, because Brentford are having such a good season. I had no idea they were that high up onto the table. When we was on the train back, still just like, fam, Brentford are like 6.
And the recent form has been quite good.
So you got to remember, Brentford went away to City and beat them.
And they've got very good players that are underrated, like Josh Da Silva.
I think they got a top manager. That's getting the best out of the players that they've got.
Well, you look at someone like Josh Da Silva, you think, they're getting promoted. They might not. He might not get a chance. He's still doing his thing. Also, ball he gave yesterday leading up to the dirty
to Wissa.
Oh, dirty.
Outside of the left foot.
And Wissa is another one.
Good player.
Like when they signed him, they're just very, they're not stars, but he's getting every last inch from them.
So it's not the easiest game to bounce back from, but we have to bounce back in it. Like we got to win the game, because we need to win the game when we play City. If we don't win the City game, it don't hit as bad. That's like we lost to New Everton, but Spurs beat City. So I don't even feel that. Obviously we lost to Everton, but I don't even feel it because it's still 5 points, isn't it? Yeah. So that's why. But if you saw me today and I was watching the TV, bro, Conte wasn't there, so I was there. Conte wasn't there, so it was me that was telling Emerson Real, tighter, closer. Romero, follow him all the way. Højbjerg, on him, second time, he's going to turn in. When he turns in, be there. And he got the goal. That's how they got their goal. As soon as Rico tried, So big up Spurs, man. Spurs made my weekend feel a lot better.
Manageable.
Yeah, because I was already doing the maths. If they beat Spurs, it's 2 points. When we play Brentford, if they beat, I think they got Villa at home. They beat them, it'll be 2. Then if they beat us at home, it'll be 1. They'll be 1 point ahead. We'll now be chasing them. It's too much mathematics.
Not the life you
want.
Yeah,
too much mathematics. Yeah. So the Brentford game will be hard.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, we have no choice, innit? We have to win. And we have to play better.
They haven't lost any Premier League game back since the return back from the World Cup.
And I think knowing their manager, they're 100% going to play the game when we played them. He's probably going to play that in training every day because of how bad it was, because of how much he battered them and beat them 3-0 and the performance. And he can't have a repeat as much as we're at home. So I think they'll put up a really, really good fight. So it's a tricky game for us, but we have to win it. So no other option.
Cool. Let's just round up some of the other games before we go. Liverpool.
What's it to say? By the time I looked at my phone, at 3:05, I swear it was like 4-0 down the road. That's what it felt like anyway. I looked at my phone at like 5-10 minutes past 3. It was already like 2-0 down.
Yeah, my issue is because I've got notifications on.
Mess of a club.
So you hear lots of pinging because my phone wasn't on silent. I was with the kids. So I think I needed to feed the kids. So I walked away. I said, ping, 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 ping. What's happening? So I went across. I said, 2.
Yeah, quick.
They haven't started.
Yeah, we ain't even started.
We haven't started the game.
And it should have been like 4, fam, or 5.
Whoa.
Yeah. Especially that last chance that Jimenez had.
Do you see Jimenez's chance? Do you see another chance that they had as well?
Yeah,
they had a 50-60 pass move. Everyone in the stadium was singing, "Whoa!" And Liverpool players didn't even press.
Paul Merson said, that see when they had that 40 or 50 pass.
What the heck, fam?
Raul said it was cringeworthy. It said it was that bad that I would say they gave an effort in the second half, but that last 5-10 minutes where they were just passing around, shouting away. No, it was bad. It was bad. Do you like? Have you seen?
10th.
Have you seen Klopp's interview? Does he seem like a defeated man? The guy seems defeated. Or do you think? I still think he can still do a job there. To be honest with you, like just give him that. They just got to write off the season.
It depends on how bad it gets. Like obviously he's class. That doesn't change. But sometimes things just get so low that. Don't know what you can do. So it might be one of those situations. But he's still a class manager. I wouldn't sack him personally because who am I replacing him with at the moment? So, yeah, I like Klopp.
And it's not when the right time when they're just about to sell the club. So how much they'll just be taking some millions off it now. Man.
Shoot, man. But listen, he could easily wake up and be like, I can't take this club any further than I already have. So if from the outside looking in,
and that's the question I wanted to ask. Do you think he's thinking that?
No, 100%. I honestly think he's thinking that though.
I think it's more likely that will happen.
Yeah, because when you're tinkering the side, obviously fair enough injuries. When you're tinkering your side that much and sending out different instructions and putting different players to do different things, and it's still not looking how you want it to look, and it doesn't even look close to what you want it to look like. You are going to question: Are they tired of hearing my voice? Is the training methods no longer good enough? Do they need a different type of motivation? Do they need a different voice? Should I step away before they sack me? I honestly think he's definitely thinking all those things.
What with 100%. Him, as much as he's thinking that,
and he's won everything with them.
If the injuries doesn't help him,
it doesn't.
It doesn't make his decision any easier. So that's the only reason why I think that might not be going through his mind yet. Because in his mind, he might be thinking, if I have my full squad, we won't be in this position. And it's probably true, bro. They will not be in that position.
They won't be 10th. No.
Because look,
they won't be 10th.
They're missing some massive players. Van Dijk is gone.
Van Dijk's out.
And then we were talking about how good Konate can potentially be. He's not out.
Yeah.
Then we have what's the name?
Diaz,
Jota. There's some important players for them.
Every time Van Dijk is out, they struggle anyway. That was historic.
And on top of that, the players that you were getting the best out of last season, they're not turning up. Like the Trent,
I forgot Salah was a person.
bro.
Because when I was watching matches, I was like, oh shit, this guy's a guy.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like if you forget he's a person.
Because I took him out of my fantasy team like before the World Cup, so I
didn't even
totally
know,
forgot he
yeah.
was a person. Like it was just like,
It's
yeah, still day.
But I'm hoping both of them at the end of the season, because I looked at Pep today and he looked very dejected as well. I mean, he's clutching now, innit? Obviously changing the team, playing
100%.
Rico Lewis centre mid, left back, De Bruyne on the bench.
I saw that Lewis guy hiding a lot. So there was a point in time I'm watching the game, and he looked like he was positioning himself in positions that
Where
he couldn't
receive
possibly get the ball.
Yeah, he's 18.
I found that very interesting.
I
He
don't blame
would
him.
literally position himself to places that he couldn't possibly receive a pass.
You know what? It's funny because I didn't think he was doing that. I just thought he was just. But you are now looking back at it, you are right because I just thought he's following instruction just to get in the middle of the park because like I think that's probably why he played them on the left in the first place, because I don't think he wanted them to actually stay on the left. He wanted to try and, because if there was only playing two, they're playing Bernardo and Rodri. And from the first minute when Spurs had that counter, that middle of the park was just wide open from when Son was just making a run. So in my head I was thinking, what the hell is he going to do? But then I just, straight after that, I see whether it was a decoy just put extra body in it to make it seem as if like, there's enough body in the middle of the park.
Body in there.
But because he was just, after the first 5 minutes, after Son made that first run, I thought this can't possibly happen all game, because yes, Spurs are going to stay compact, and once they give it to an outlet, you're in trouble. You're going to break on you. And the amount of space that they've got within that first 5 minutes, this can't possibly continue. But yeah, you are probably right. Now that you think
see something and you're like, then you start to focus on it. I'm like, no, this boy, you can just move 5 yards and you've got space to receive the ball, but you're not. It's as if he was purposely putting himself in a position where he can't receive the ball. I was thinking, this is a bit weird, but
yeah. Now the point I was making was I just hope that both of them, Klopp and Guardiola, at the end of the season, just call each other and just say, you know what,
let's move on.
It's been fun. 7 and 6 years, both of them. 7-1, 6 years together. Let's call it quits. They're not listening to us. Both these we've battered them. Klopp has run his team down to their bare bones anyway in 7 years, And the players that Guardiola, look at João Cancelo, brother. All this changing and rotation thing is not for me, bro. I'm going to play football, bro. I just need someone that's going to play me week out. You saw De Bruyne on the bench today. He looked like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, what's
like,
happening?
I'm the best player in this league, fam. What the fuck,
bench,
bro?
I was so happy. I was like, everyone's getting 1 point. I was first. Everyone's getting 1 point.
So I'm thinking, hopefully, both of them say, you know what, it's long, man. Chelsea just spent like £1 billion. We ain't winning the league.
If you just last bit on Klopp, if you are the board, what are you thinking right now? Do you think if they were to make a decision, like Liverpool fans would get at them?
Yeah, 1 million %, they'd be mad to sack him. Yeah.
I think they will be mad to sack him, but a number of Liverpool fans I've heard say Klopp is finished.
Yeah. No.
He's actually mad. But I think they'll be mad to sack him. Like, I think it's his choice. His choice when he goes.
100%. Same him, Pep, all them man got grace to leave when they want to leave, man.
Yeah. And as I say, personally, I think he will be fine. I just think he needs his players back. Like, it's hard managing the team. And I think they made a point yesterday speaking to him. Like, when you played, how many games they played last season?
Like 64 games or something.
Yeah,
man.
Played
every game.
It's going to take a toll on you. It's going to take a toll on you.
Yeah.
Like, that's just too many
And
games.
he probably feels let down by his board. Like, he knew it was going to take a toll on them. And they didn't help him enough in the window.
Of course, bro. Like, you can't play that much game and expect to. You lost Mane.
Almost clock football. If you tell me to give you $1 billion check, I'll give it to you. You almost clock football just for that reason.
Yeah, that's true, though.
No, definitely. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the coming weeks you just see that yellow thing on Sky Sports. Jurgen Klopp has resigned from Liverpool Football Club because in his mind, because you look at his interviews, post-match interviews, he just looks like absolutely frustrated. And the questions, I know he's barking back at the reporters here, but the reporters have every right to ask those questions that they're asking him. I know he's barking back at them saying, okay, I'm not speaking to you because I saw what you wrote in the paper about me. But what he wrote is right, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just signs of a man that it's like, everything is getting to him. The injuries are getting to him. The loss of form of Trent and them are getting to him.
He
can't put an 11, you can't put a consistent 11 together. That's getting to him. The instructions he's giving the players, they're not taking them they're not taking them in. That's getting to him. So I feel like a lot of it, and like I said, 7 years is a long time. Like 7 years is a long time to be in anything. Work, relationship, whatever it is. So you can be like, you know what? Yeah, man.
You're drained.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't give a damn anyway. If he leaves, it leaves. But we need him to go anyway.
It's even better.
We need him to go. All right, cool. Just move on to Chelsea. What are you guys saying about Chelsea? Enzo, what are your thoughts on Enzo anyway?
I only know him from the World Cup.
I only know if I remember this obviously he was linked to all the big boys United and co during the summer, but I didn't ever watch him play.
Yeah,
So
I'd never seen him play before. Yeah,
then he's already been flagged to me, and then obviously saw him at the World Cup. But I think that is a ridiculous amount of money to spend on him. Like, there's nothing I saw in that World Cup that tells me I should be spending 100+ on him. Nothing. Like literally nothing. Literally nothing. So yeah, it's confusing. But then you can know how to make money. They put Juju in somebody's cup. That's the only way. But that's the only way I can think of it. But my man's happy. Benfica are happy. Chelsea are still drawing games.
And still not scoring.
Bruh, I've got time for that.
And still leaving Aubameyang out of a Champions League squad.
And, yay.
They said that because they want to give Fofana some minutes.
Banter. You've got to love it. But yeah, Enzo, obviously interesting to see. I think they'll play him in a position that he'll thrive in. But it's time to see how good he is. Like, you're in a squad that's got lots of players. Yeah, but I just can't see him ever being worth that amount of money. Yeah.
With like a Graham Potter, now that they've got all these players in, how long realistically should they give him?
As long as possible, bruv. He's got 33 squad players, bruv. Something ridiculous like that, bruv. There's no way he can get his instructions and his style of play across to that. They need to trim that squad, so he's got to get till the end of the summer. To the end of the season, because he's going to trim the squad anyway. And then he's going to have a pre-season to actually work with the numbers and the players that and then he's going to have to go into the next season with that. So he's still going to have this season and next season for me at a bare minimum. Yeah.
I thought he was on thin ice, but then as soon as they bought all those players, I was like, they've just reset the clock.
100%.
They have to.
100%.
So it's like the Nottingham Forest one. I never thought they were at risk because they bought so many players, but then they were never too far away. Yeah. So I'm like, once you give somebody that many players, you have to reset the clock to allow them some time. So.
But we know Nottingham Forest and Chelsea have done the same thing. It's just that Chelsea's one is just at a mad P.
Yes.
But Forest have done the same thing.
We'll get slightly less, but spend P.
But Forest have done the same thing,
bro. 16 in it, and Forest on 30 now.
Yeah, Forest are on 30, fam.
So, yeah.
Cool.
And Chelsea's best player is still Thiago Silva, which is a mad thing, fam.
Newcastle.
But his partner looks good though.
His partner looks good.
Looks alright.
Yeah,
still. Koulibaly might have to touch bench now, bro.
He told us no. We tried to sign him.
Oh, you lot tried to get him?
He told us no.
Oh yeah, he looks alright still.
Newcastle. So obviously they drew the last couple games. They drew at home, and even to be fair, the the Fulham one that they won last minute. That was it, last minute or so. Yeah, that was a tight one as well.
Oh yeah.
It could have. So then after that, who they drew to after Fulham? There was someone else before the West Ham game. I can't remember. It was 0-0.
I can't remember. I know they done their thing in the League Cup though.
Yeah. So what are you saying about them now, Ham? Do you think they'll fade away, or would you just think that this last couple games has just been difficult for them?
Yeah, no, I just think.
Oh, it's Crystal Palace. Sorry,
I just think for them, it's just putting the ball in the back of the net and creating enough chances for Callum. And once they get a fully fit Isak, get him on the pitch with Callum. Almiron was always going to drive. His goals always going to drive. He's never shown you they can get 15, 20 goals a season. He's got 9 so far, and he's dried up the last 5 games. But they're still good defensively. I know they conceded their goal against West Ham yesterday. But I think they'll still, for me anyway, I'm still very confident they'll make top 4. Obviously, Spurs are coming strong, just like they did last season. But I still think Newcastle got enough to hold them off because defensively they're just sound. And if they can win games 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, you're not going to go, you're not scoring, you're not putting goals past them like that, innit?
But they have to win the game.
But they got to put the ball in the back of the net. And Callum has shown you can always put the ball in the back of the net. So whatever they're doing is not creating enough for him. But I think it's a blessing that they've got that Gordon guy because Jolinton can come back in to the middle. And I think Longstaff just had to sit on the bench, innit? Because the three of Willock and Bruno and Jolinton, and then with Callum through the middle, then if it's Isak and Almiron or Gordon and Almiron, I think they should have enough to score enough goals anyway. Because that's what their problem is, isn't it? Just not scoring enough.
Yeah.
That's what their problem is. But Callum is a 9 that scores goals, isn't it? So just got to figure that out.
The difference is still plus something, so plus 20 something. So
The defense is mean, isn't it? Me, I'm just happy when Newcastle concede now, bro. Too many people in fantasy got like double down or triple down. So I don't even want Trippier's clean sheet points no more.
When I saw someone with triple and they can see, I was like,
yeah. I don't want Trippier's clean sheets no more. I just want his assists. I don't want his clean sheets no more.
All right, cool. Just go through like the relegation games. Like obviously Southampton. We've pretty much confirmed that they're going down, right?
So I found it very interesting because they bought, was it Kamaldeen? Who bought him? Southampton or Bournemouth?
I don't know.
The Ghanaian guy.
I think it's Southampton.
From Rennes.
I think it's Southampton.
So I think it's No, it's not them.
It's not so?
Who bought that Otara guy?
Southampton bought someone. Can't remember. Let me check.
So sorry guys, I just need to double check. I don't want to put wrong information out there. Yeah, so it was Southampton.
Yeah.
So they bought that that Ghanaian guy, that Suleimana guy, and obviously he's been linked with lots of big names from around Europe.
Yeah.
But then all the hype about him died down. And when he came on yesterday, all I could see was this guy has come here to advertise himself. Because there were some chances where he could have laid the ball off to his teammates and he didn't do it. And you can just tell this guy's come here. You can see he's a competent player because beat players, took it round them gracefully, but never made the right pass. Like, this guy's here just to advertise himself. And I think when they made the purchases, I thought, okay, this turns everything upside down. Because Bournemouth have bought, Southampton have bought, Leeds have bought. You don't know
Everton haven't.
You don't know how all of this is gonna pan out. But now watching him and what I've seen, like as his motive, I'm like, no, Southampton are done. This guy has the ability to help you, but he's here for himself. He's taking that paycheck and to advertise himself, and he's gonna be gone.
Cool. What about Leeds? Because they lost again to Forest today. Because you can only think that Forest should
be getting that direction.
And then the right. You say that, but you never know anyway. But from the last couple games, even not so much the points that they're gaining from the games, is more the performance. To be fair, today I didn't think they played too well. I think they knew that they can frustrate Leeds, and Leeds weren't really. Leeds created some good chances in the first half. Bamford, the guy on the left, I forgot his name.
Nonto,
he played really well, especially in the first half.
Yeah.
So they did create chances, but they were getting frustrated, and they just couldn't really. And Navas was quite good for Southampton. Not Southampton.
Forest. They got him in it. Yeah. Bye, Dean Henderson.
Yeah, made a few good saves, and the goal that Forest scored, Johnson's goal was dirty on the volley.
He's having a good season.
Really
still.
good goal.
He's having a good season.
So I think they're heading in the right direction. So which makes it a difficult task for Leeds now. So then it'll be more or less Leeds, Bournemouth, Everton,
Southampton.
Yeah, that battling for those.
West Ham.
Because you should think West Ham should be safe.
West Ham, you expect them to have enough quality. Obviously,
Leicester made some signing.
McKennie, so see whether he makes any impact. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's very tight down there.
Yeah, probably we'll give it a couple of weeks, see how the new signings get on, and then we'll get back into it and analyze it. Is there anything else, boys? Before we jump?
Do we talk about Leicester's new signing, Tete?
Yeah,
how good
I mentioned
he
it earlier.
Yeah, he looked
good. Yeah, I mentioned it
because he's good. Every time I saw him for Leon, I was just like, why is he not? Why have they not signed him to a permanent deal? And why is he not starting? Like,
I think there's some issue with like Shakhtar. I don't know what
because
the issue is.
The war.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're not an Ukraine national, you can actually suspend your contract.
Okay.
That's what he's done to go and play with Leon, and I think he's effectively